The best free-to-play event in the whole of Rise of Kingdoms is back today, and this is the Race Against Time. This event allows you to win up to 20 gold heads, basically for free if you play your cards completely right. This event is pretty much all skill-based, and if you are a free-to-play low spender, this is a great way to snag yourself up to 20 gold heads, which is amazing. If you want to be able to play your cards right and smash this event and beat everyone in your kingdom, you definitely should check out today's video. So I'll start off with the very basic stuff for all the newer players. What is the Race Against Time? And it's super simple. You basically get a time limit to kill as many Barbarians as you can. So you plus all your marchers have to kill a crap load of Barbarians. That's really the goal. And the event ends after a maximum of 9 minutes. You do get time extensions of an extra 4 minutes for every single Barbarian you kill. Up to 4 minutes, then you won't get any extra time. But you basically get a time limit of up to 9 minutes, and you kill as many Barbarians as you can, and the more Barbarians you kill, the better chance you get at having a rank 1 position. Now also, the Race Against Time can give you even more value because it always lines up with an event, usually such as the 7k gem event, and this is an event where you spend 7,000 gems to access a premium tier. And this event will basically give you a special item which you can use to upgrade your tiers, and the further in you get, the better rewards you get, up to 25 extra gold heads at the end, plus like the extra 10 throughout. So 35 gold heads, really good value, but that's off topic. You basically get the rewards for this event. Plus, if you have a Mightiest Governor lined up, so a stage 6 or a stage 3, I think it is, you get access to, once again, a lot more points for your Mightiest Governor because those stages give you Barbarians points for each Barbarian you kill. And then if you have any other events such as, let's say, Lohar's Trial, you have honor points for your KVK, all of those will also give you a nice little boost for the action points that you're spending. But even then, you're still getting all the items from the Barbarians, so it's still fairly decent value. So I don't really think it matters. I think you're getting a ton of rewards with a chance of winning up to 20 gold heads, which is just amazing. Now let's discuss troops and commanders. And the first thing is, if you have access to run 5 full cav marches, just all cavalry troops, do it because they are the fastest troop, and that's going to be really good for you. If not, then you kind of have to run a mix, but make sure that your marches are really fast. For people who want to run a bunch of cav marches, what I recommend is basically just running a ton of cav primaries. So if you go into your cavalry commanders, I'd say epic, elite, and advanced are needed here. First of all, you're going to need a Dragon Lancer as a primary at some point. You're going to need a Lancelot, so there's your 2 marches. You can put those with any cav commander, really. Put Dragon Lancer with like a Khan if you have a Genghis Khan. Any of these epics work. You can put Lancelot with Baibars, Attila, it doesn't matter, as long as that you've got a March speed based commander as the primary. Minamoto is also a good primary just because I feel like he's already somewhat fast with his extra March speed, and also he's got the peacekeeping tree, he's got skill, and you need to fill in that March slot. You could run like a Joan Prime and a Nevsky as well if you just want to get an absolute ton of March speed and you don't really care about the extra AP cost. I also say that's kind of worth it. Just making sure you're running those cav primaries. Here's the best ones though. So you got Belisarius, he's definitely got to be a primary. Lancelot, Dragon Lancer, Xiao Xiao. Also you've got access to Joan Prime and Nevsky. So there's about like 6 primary commanders you could run with almost anyone. Other things you could consider are you could put a Windswept set on your commanders, once again making them even quicker, which is amazing. A Call of the Loyal, which is the little flag accessory, is also going to make him even quicker. If you're running infantry, a Wind Scars will also make you much, much quicker. Then running the triple line formation is going to make you even quicker than that, which a lot of people don't do. They overlook this. Triple line is going to make you very quick, and it's going to be quite good to have. If you have triple line formation, since a lot of people overlook it, you'll basically be able to outrun them or outpace them, which means you will get more points than other people who are doing the event. Also, you could still consider running some of these other combinations I will mention. For archers, any of these 3 commanders are really fast, and if you're off territory for most of the event, Henry is probably a very good commander, but for most players, you will be on some alliance territory. So if you have a Nebu and Osiris and you put them together, they're probably going to be on par, if not faster, than some of your cav marchers. Then also for infantry, Scipio with Alex with a Wind Scars is going to be absolutely ballistic. You're just going to be flying, Wind Scars plus a Windswept set plus a Call of the Loyal. That much is just going to be an absolute gun. So if you want to do that as well, you're going to be able to go to pretty much each Barbarian instantly with this march, and it's going to be really good. Also, it's important to note that you can request the Justice title from your kingdom, and when you request Justice title, you're going to get even more March speed, and you can also get March speed runes, which are, I think, very, very good for this event, because if you have March speed runes, once again, you're faster than other people who don't pick up the rune, and March speed runes will give you a nice buff. If possible, you can also wait for your alliance to throw off the Unbridled Progress. This isn't necessary, but it's another thing that's nice. It's going to give you more damage to Barbarians and more March speed, which once again is another boost that you would have over most players. Also, I would be running an attack buff, not a defense buff, because you want to be able to kill the Barbarians as fast as you can. The amount of damage you take doesn't really matter. Most players will kill the Barbarians instantly, especially in the home kingdom. There is also, I'm pretty sure, some Barbarian attack city skins. They aren't too amazing, but you can use them. I'm not sure which ones they are. If you do have them, you will know. And obviously, running a skin that's going to give you more damage to Barbarians is going to be good for this event, since killing Barbarians is the whole name of the event. Anyway, now that you've fully prepared, hopefully your alliance has thrown an unbridled progress so you get even more march speed and even more damage to Barbarians. It's basically time for you to find a good spot to kill these Barbarians. What I would recommend is when you're hunting for these Barbarians, find big, I like to call them like enclaves of these Barbarians. Enclaves meaning like huge groups. Find groups of Barbarians that are just massive. Like if I was to march out here, I could attack all the Barbarians. Starting to I start at like these Barbarians down here, I kill them and I make my way up. I just keep wiping out all the Barbarians here, and I keep just killing Barbarians. You just want to go crazy. So you need a lot of Barbarians within a fairly short and small area to deal as much damage as you can, as quick as you can, and get as many points as you can, as quick as you can. This area is amazing. Look how many Barbarians are here. This is another great area to start. I'd recommend starting probably around here, and then you just like work your way down in through all of these Barbarians and just go crazy. Also, if you can keep yourself on Alliance territory when you're looking for these Barbarians, it's going to be good. Now, I know, especially in Lost Kingdom, Alliance territory isn't as vast, and it's usually just like small single file lines. But if you have a chunk of Alliance territory like this, and no one's on here and there's a ton of Barbarians, then going here is another great idea, because you're going to have Alliance territory buffs, which will make you quicker, you'll deal more damage, and that means you'll get more points. Now, also, before you start the event, I recommend popping around 10,000 action points, just straight up. So use your action point bottles to around 10,000. I'm not going to use 10,000 right now because I don't plan to push the event at the moment. But if you use 10,000 action points, it means that while you're fighting your Barbarians, you won't get any pop-ups that will say you're out of action points, and that's just going to waste your time. If you just pop the 10,000 straight out, you're going to have a ton of action points ready for when you have to fight all these Barbarians. I also recommend actually doing this with at least one other person if you want to try and get a top rank. Yes, you're sharing with them, but if you do it with another person, you're going to kill Barbarians quicker. Hopefully they move at the same pace as you, and then basically it's just all upsides. Do it with someone you like. Basically, it's like a nice bonding activity. You get to maybe like join voice chat, and just kill Barbarians. That's what I'd be. Killing these Barbarians as a pair is definitely going to give you a much better advantage. If you can even get a group of 3, you guys are just going to demolish every single Barbarian, especially in Lost Kingdom, where the Barbarians have even more HP. Now, also, keep in mind you have 3 daily challenges, so after reset each day, that's 00 UTC, you can activate the challenge again 3 times. Each time you activate the challenge, you get a beginning time limit of 5 minutes to kill as many Barbarians as you can. I recommend you've marched up to whichever Barbarians you plan to kill, march to the area, and then just start killing them. The higher level the Barbarian, the more points you will get. And then also for Lost Kingdom Barbarians, you will get, I think, double time as well, because they cost more action points. You can see there, I killed the Barbarian and I got 15,500 points. If I killed a higher level Barbarian, I will get more. If I kill a lower level Barbarian, I will get less. Keep in mind, the extra time that you get is limited to a maximum of 4 minutes, like I stated before. This means you can get up to 9 minutes of total time to kill as many Barbarians as you can. For Lost Kingdom Barbarians, they will cost more action points, but they are a little bit more tanky, and also in Lost Kingdom, your crystal technology is going to apply quite heavily, so I'd recommend trying to have pretty much as much march speed as you can, and also having Barbarian reports maxed, and you can probably go for the extended formations as well, because having more marches is obviously going to be even better. This is where the kind of whaley spending aspect comes in. If you have those extra marches, you do have an advantage over most players. For most free-to-plays though, if you're in the off-season, you're not in KVK, this doesn't matter, and then it's just a complete skill game. Who can find the best spot for Barbarians and kill the Barbarians in the most efficient manner will win this event. Now, it's also worth mentioning, when do you know you can't win the event? Well, first of all, if you're in the Lost Kingdom and there's a ton of big whales in your kingdom who are very apt at these events, so like they know what they're doing and they don't just spend money and they aren't really just throwing money at the game and they want to win these events, then you may have a difficulty beating them, because obviously they're going to have better, faster commanders with better equipment. But if you're in the home kingdom, then it's pretty much whoever gets the best Barbarian spawn. So at that point, it's pretty much all skill of who can spend the most time trying to find the best spot for Barbarians, who can get the best partners to work with to get as many Barbarian kills as they can. Obviously, like I said before, Lost Kingdom is going to give those whale players and the players who are spending money on Crystal Tech a little bit of a bigger advantage over people who are free-to-plays and low spenders. Other than that, though, if you are looking to push this event in a massive kingdom like 1093 or 1307, once again, it can be difficult because there are a lot of players who really want these gold heads. Also, keep in mind if you're pushing this event during a Mightiest Governor that's been fixed, so the ranks have been decided and the points have been set, that you don't go over the cap because then you could be zeroed for it, and being zeroed over a couple of gold heads is definitely not worth it just because of a barbarian hunting event. Now, overall, this event, Race Against Time, is definitely the best for free-to-plays. It's super easy to get a nice advantage in. If you just play your cards right, you probably pair up with a few people and just find the correct barbarians, you'll be able to win this event without much trouble. Yes, obviously there's going to still be some aspect of pay to win because everything in Rise of Kingdoms can be linked back to money in some manner, but in the end of the day, most free-to-play players can still have a very good chance of winning this event. Unlike a Zenith of Power where you gotta save for years, you could do this basically on one random day. You just rock up, you're like, yo, I want to get the first place for this, and if you do everything correctly, you definitely have a very good chance of getting first place. If you do want to try get first place in one of those more whale events, such as the Zenith of Power, then you definitely should check out yesterday's video where I talk all about pushing Zenith as a free-to-play low spender, how to do it, the best ways to get the most value for your speed-ups, and also how to grind some speed-ups through a few secret methods that were taught to me by our ex-Zenith winning Kingdom members. The video for the Zenith of Power will be on the end screen of today's video, and I just want to say thank you for watching, and I hope to see you in the next one.